All right. Whoops. Sorry. Go ahead and start the forum. I think everybody knows the three board members that are present. Janice, our acting president this week, Neil is taking a sabbatical through Linda back home and Val. So, what?
Can you hear me?
No, it's cut now.
Cut that one, Jess.
Yay.
I will give you some updates today.
More than usual. Yeah. More than usual.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to give some updates. I've got 3 or 4, and then give you some updates on some financial information. First, construction update. We got a demo permit last Wednesday. We haven't gotten the permit. We have a demo permit. What that permits us to do is, in the case of the fitness center and the bar, we can start taking down these brick columns. We can start putting up walls. Out here, we can start building the framing out the restaurant. We can frame out. We can put the interior wall up in the column in the lobby. We can lay carpet. The paint started today. We can paint. We ordered all the furniture, paintings, fixtures, everything. So everything is on its way. We're shooting again for October 2nd. Completion based on the fact that we have a pretty big wedding, a $15,000 wedding on October 2nd. One of 5 that we have in October. So that's where our construction. The demo crew will be here Wednesday. Painter started today. The demo crew will be here Wednesday to do the light demo over here at the fitness center. We're starting Monday. The project will start. So we'll have it roped off for your safety, just like this lower wall. Beginning of the wall construction is ahead of schedule. It looks like they're going to complete by the end of this week. At that point, starting in 2 weeks, they're going to come in and do the grout, which if any of you are familiar with stabilizing houses, same basic thing. They're going to shoot grout then into the deck to make sure that in one case, they took me out there about 3 weeks ago, and I looked at one of the holes they cut, and there was a void in there as big as a sofa, where there's just the concrete deck, a couple drain pipes, and nothing else. Just everything's just sort of hanging. So it was very smart to do this wall. It was the deficits the LSM said we did have. So that was very well done. The amenity analysis. I think as most of you know, Friday we had the focus groups. They were brought in there. There was one question that keeps coming up about the focus group, and that is there was a couple people that made 2 groups. How that happened is there was one group, and we knew it was going to be the hardest one to staff. Janice, Bob, and Neil, task group, and Janice led that group. And we knew from the very beginning that we were going to have trouble with the people that didn't use the facility, finding those people. So 8 people signed up for that originally, only 8, 1 in 10. So I asked Janice, we discussed, we had some meetings on some other groups, so I said to Janice, I'm going to ask these people, one of them was Francine, who's on the finance committee, one was planning committee, people like that, to facilitate with the consultant, someone that had a lot of time. So we added 2 people, and when we did that, it made 2 people that were in groups ended up being 2 groups. But that's how that happened. It was only because that one group had less than 10 people. We wanted to have 10. So we tried to get some people in there that have some good knowledge of the community, give interaction. And consultants, you have to understand, had 0 knowledge. I mean, they read the financials and they read every comment everybody said here, but we needed some people in there for balance. We felt to give the consultants an idea of how this was done. So that's why that happened. But it went very well. I talked to every group when they came out. I didn't talk to every individual in the group, but I talked to every group as they exited. And I was hearing comments, and also on Friday night dinner and Asian night, and I was getting comments that some people that went into it with a negative impression about what was being done came out of it with a very positive impression. And they felt it was very well worthwhile doing this. And then they said for the first time since we've lived here, and more than a few comments like this, since the first time we've lived here, we think now that the board's going to get an actual recommendation they can take action on. So they did indicate, obviously consultants would never indicate what they're going to recommend. They want time to go over all of the information in the opportunity. If you can imagine talking to 50 people over a 10-hour day, you got a great deal. But it was very well done. I think very well received. Mr. Gray would like to express he was part of the pay-as-you-go group, and he'd like to express his appreciation to Janice and Bob and Neil for the way that they handled the whole. They were responsible with me, responsible with putting all the selection process together, setting all the groups up, all the scheduling and everything else. Take the past group box. We're striping the community, if you haven't noticed. We started at the front entrance, and we started the new striping. We've got about 8 the way down Grand Club. We're doing the yellow on the sides and the white. There's also, if you come in at night, we're throwing the glitter dust in it, so at night it'll illuminate the lines much better. Our intention is first to stripe all of Grand Club down to Scenic, then to come up Scenic. There isn't much striping on Scenic. We come up Scenic, get the clubhouse area, then finish Grand Club, and then from that point, he's out right now, Gary, since the golf course is closed today. We're striping crosswalks right now this afternoon. Hopefully the rain is going to let us do it. But then we'll continue doing all the crosswalks in the community where people cross the street, just to further define those. The guardhouse project is almost complete. We took a look at it, and the board and I started discussing it, and it sort of looked incomplete with that big void above the window. They just begged for us to do something there. So what we've done, we've gotten the logo with a large HP, the logo in the center. It's going to be done in the gold dust paint, the same paint we have on the interior signs, and we're going to put it up there. And we're going to see how that works. If it needs to be illuminated, we're going to also put some pin lights on it so at night we can light it up. But we're excited about that. The palm tree project, we're about a week away. We talked to the county. Over a month ago, they sent Marcia the request for insurance. We have insurance, as you well know. There was hedges. There used to be hedges out there, and the Valley Crest used to go out there and take care of it. So they asked for our insurance again, which we gave them. So we're looking within a week or two, some leeway because of the rain. We're going to start the palm tree project. That is putting the palm trees in the meetings as you approach Heritage Pines, and then we're going to put. We haven't come up with a number, but behind the sign in the front and on the opposite side of the entrance, we're going to put palm trees. Those will have low voltage lights in them. We're going to light them up so it'll set off with the fountain. It's going to set off the whole front of the community. And then we haven't determined how many we're going to put in the sign that's all the way down on the west end. As you head towards 19, we think it's going to be 3. The same thing is the sign just to the east, past the main sign. We think we're going to put 3 there and possibly 6 behind the main sign and 6 across the street. So it's really going to define the community. It's really going to set the entrance off. We've done a lot of really good things up there. If you don't know, we're not having a board meeting in July. There's no actions coming from management. We didn't need anything this month. And the board, quite frankly, is traveling a great deal, so there was no issues coming up in front of the board that they needed to meet. So they tend to do this. If there is anything, they don't want to have a meeting. So the next board meeting will be in August. For the financial results, we have a few people here. We had a good month in June. Essentially, we're better than budget by $6,300. For the year, we had this year so far, we're having a good month. I'm just going to give you some broad highlights. We are approximately $180,000 better than budget, which is good because that money is the money we're using for the capital expansion project. That's how we're paying for a lot of this capital expansion for the restaurant and lobby expansion. So that's very good. So we're having another good year. Management. I'm very proud to lead a really talented team, and it's everybody on our team that's leading to that better year. So that we really got to focus financially. That being said, Janice?
Of course, the primary reason for us being here is for you to ask questions. So the one comment I wanted to address, we want to talk about the front of the gardens with the pantry. Or not? Bishop wants the answer.
No, we do. I can tell.
No.
Yeah.
Well, what we're doing is we're putting a waterfall under the window. Tommy's going to build, getting a pump. We're going to put like a rock waterfall in the front, have water coming over with guardhouse. As you drive in, there used to be a plant right there underneath that window. We took it out because there was a water issue. It was leaking into the guardhouse. It looks a little empty from that point too. I wasn't going to talk about it because we haven't got the plans finalized, but it's going to be a little waterfall. It's going to be noticeable, but there'll be a waterfall there to further add to the entrance.
I like it. That's why I have a comment. Floor is open. Question?